he was.
Has he been terminated?
He has been terminated, but he is trying to explore his rights as far as getting his job back.
Okay. But again, Judge, I mean, you can't lose focus of the fact that there is not information that he provided that is still truthful. I mean, to the extent that he is terminated, fine. That's fine. At the end of the day, the question is this kid a danger to the community? And there is independent evidence of that fact beyond investigator shoot. There's independent evidence of that fact.
Well, that's the whole key to this bond hearing. Is he a danger to the community? Because we've already discussed the other Ayala factors. Okay? Now, what I want to know is more about the threat. I want to know, is there any way we can find out exactly why the detective was terminated?
Well, let me just say this, Judge. It wasn't truthfulness as it relates to any investigation that he was conducting. I believe that he was terminated because he was relaying to his officials that he was turning files over to the district attorney's office in that county. And in fact, they found out that he was not turning all his files over. So it became an issue of truthfulness because he was not telling the truth about when he was turning his files over to the district attorney's office. That's why the letter says specifically that it doesn't relate to the wrongdoing arrest of any defendant. So, I mean, you're talking about an internal matter. They make it a big deal down there, and they made it a big deal, and they terminated him for it. So that's why he was terminated. We're not hiding behind that fact. The only reason we called him was because the court wanted us to call the witness.
I did. I asked you to do.
So we did it.
I respect the Montgomery Police Department for terminating people for lying. I think that's an honorable thing. And there's one thing that you can always know is that a liar never tells the truth.
Well,
but let me
see,
say
there's
one
an
thing
old
to you.
Wait a minute,
I want to just finish. If you want to believe Shope,
do I have to move from the podium?
no, I want to stand with you.
You know.
If you want to believe Mr. Shope, if you want to believe it,
Don't believe him.
No.
Believe the other evidence.
Hang on. Well, yeah, the other hearsay, but if you want to believe if you want to believe Mr. Shope, Gary Bradford has never been arrested for gang activity in Montgomery, Alabama.
But Mr. Wolf
let me
makes
finish,
it good.
please.
Go ahead. Wait a minute.
Even though there was a 3-year intensive investigation into blood gang activity, which obviously resulted in the indictment, and
That's a big point in your favor.
But
Can we talk about Al Capone? Al Capone was not arrested, and he was killing folk every day.
Okay.
But he wasn't arrested. He got arrested for tax evasion.
And that's what they convicted him of, because they didn't.
Because he was intimidating witnesses.
Because they didn't have the right to keep him in jail and lock him up for any other type of conduct. That's the law. That's the law.
They couldn't convict him because witnesses disappeared.
Judge, we've known that Grizz has been in the barn for the last month.
So
Mr.
what does
Harvey,
that mean?
what does that mean? That everyone knows that he's been cooperating and has cut a deal for murdering somebody that they could have sought the death penalty on for conspiracy to commit murder with a cap of 8 years. That's the deal he cut. Anybody, Al Capone might come in and want to get in on that, so he wouldn't have to spend the rest of his life with syphilis in the federal pen. But the point I am trying to make...
He was arrested in 1998 for robbery, wasn't he?
It was a snatch robbery. They know about that. It was brought up with the judge.
Okay, so the fact that he was never arrested, he was arrested at the age of
As an
19
adult,
for a violent offense.
He got a youthful offender conviction.
All right, here's what I want to do.
Please, just one
Go
more
ahead,
second.
go ahead.
They've never arrested him. According to Shope, beginning at page 35 of the transcript of the last hearing, because they've never caught him doing anything wrong.
Well, he's good at it, Judge. Does that mean that he's not a gangster?
Here's what I want to do.
Yes.
You have moved the ball towards Bond, Mr. Wolf. But here's what I want to do. I want to know about the, I want to know more about the alleged threat, and I want to know more about, but I guess I don't need to know anything more about the Montgomery officer.
Right, the alleged threat is gonna take some time, but I will say this, we oppose bond against Grizz, as you know that. He was a danger to the community. We oppose bond against everybody, and their mamas, and their grandmamas, and their wives, or alleged wives, or whatever, whatever she is. I know she's the mother of his child, but at the end of the day, we oppose bond against Grizz. Grizz is out on bond not because we agreed to it, not because we had a deal with him. We oppose bond against Grizz. We think that he was a danger to the community. Now his life is being threatened because he's turned state evidence.
So the state opposes bonds on the relatives of people and
Well,
wants people locked up and kept in jail?
It's just like you hugging me when you come up to the podium.
Well,
But,
you
I'm
asked if
just,
you had to move. No,
mean,
you don't.
right.
But you can't lock people up and keep them in jail without bond because we want to. There are factors and the burdens on the state, and they haven't.
and we established the burden
proven
that he was a
thing.
danger to the community.
That
And we
he's
did
never,
prove that.
even if he is a gang member, were I to give that to Mr. Banks, he has never done anything that law enforcement is aware of that rose to the level of an arrest, even an arrest.
That's not true. He was arrested in 2006.
We're talking gang act.
Well,
He was
robbery
arrested.
is gang
He
activity.
was-
That's what they do.
In 1998, when he was
And
19
at
years old.
1990, Manny was a part of the Russian mob when he was 19 or 20.
Are they alleging, is the state now moving the bar down to when he was 19 years old?
Look, all of
Back
his
in
criminal
1998?
history is relevant for
And we
this court
told
to
you
consider.
about the youthful offender plea that he made in Alabama. That's not a conviction.
I wanna go 2 weeks from today, and I wanna know about, I'm persuaded by your federal investigation. I'm persuaded by he's never been arrested for gang activity. Never been convicted for gang activity. But I wanna know more about this threat. I do. So I'm gonna go 2 weeks from today at 10 a.m. All right.
So
You made progress, Mr. Wolf.
If Grizz gets killed in the interim, will that prove our point, Judge?
Well, I'm not doing anything.
Let me just say
For
one thing
now.
in response to that. How many other people has Grizz pissed off? Do you think that Lil Phat's family's upset? I'm not saying that they're gonna do anything. He's admitted to murdering him. He has told on the person that was delivering drugs for him to Montgomery, Alabama. He has likely told about his source of supply in California delivering drugs to him. Who else doesn't like Grizz? And make it a smaller question, who does?
All right, you've made great progress, Mr. Wolf. Okay? So let's come back in 2 weeks.